Hello, everybody. Coach Luis here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. If you're here, that means it is Workout Wednesday, 30-minute metabolic session. Gonna get in, get out. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So what we're gonna be doing today, guys, six kind of EMOM style, 6 different movements or 6 different intervals per round. It's gonna give us about 3 rounds. And as we work through this workout, it's going to be ascending intervals. So our first round is going to be 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Second round will be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. And the final round will be 50 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. So a little more volume as we get into those later rounds. As far as the movements go, we are going to start today on our backs, doing a nice core exercise named the dead bug. So here we're going to use the core muscles to lock our rib cage down, keep our whole back glued to the ground. The arms and legs are going to move opposite. So my left arm, or my right arm and left leg are going to move away from each other and then come back in. Core is going to keep the back cemented the entire time here. Might be a little bit of an exercise for the brain as well as the core here, guys. So take it nice and slow to start. If this one's unfamiliar to you, focus on using that core to keep the back connected. That's the real priority here. After that, we're going to get up and we're going to get into some curtsy lunges. So curtsy lunge, we want to be able to plant one foot. We're going to step behind our body with that opposite leg, loading up that glute, that hip in the front. And then we're going to come up all the way with that hip and drive that knee that we stepped back with up to around hip level. So we're ending up here. The core is nice and tight. Hips are nice and stable. And we're going to repeat just on one side at a time to keep it nice and fluid. And then we're going to switch over to the other side in the next interval. So first we'll do the right leg, then we'll do the left leg. After that, we're going to do some push-ups. So if you guys know me, it's not really a Workout Wednesday without some push-ups. Nothing special about these here today, guys. Just regular down, regular up. This can also be done from a kneeling position. We want to keep a nice kind of plank position if we're coming from that kneeling spot. Nice straight line, shoulders to knees here. We're still trying to squeeze the chest and the triceps as we go there. Next up, we're going to stay on the ground, keep working those shoulders in some plank to pike. So the starting position with the hands under the shoulders, core is on, nice straight line from the shoulders to the heels. We're then going to push those hips up, lock out those arms up overhead, using those shoulders to support us, and then bring ourselves back down to that plank position. We want to make sure that those hips don't travel down too far. So use that core and exhale hard as we come back down to the plank. Finally, guys, we're going to end in standing each round with some I's, Y's, and T's. So in a nice bent over position here, hinged at the hips, the back is flat, the knees are slightly bent, so the tension is in the hamstrings and the glutes. We're going to keep those thumbs pointed up towards the ceiling the entire time. So coming up in the eyes, it's going to be biceps near the ears. Bring it down, Y's, coming out at a 45-degree angle, thumbs still going up towards the ceiling. And then finally, T's. So thumbs are still up. We're cracking an egg in the middle of those shoulder blades here, and then repeating that cycle. At the end, we'll squeeze those glutes, we'll stand up, and then we'll go back to the beginning. So that is our workout today. Again, ascending intervals as we go. Let's go ahead and jump right into that warm-up. Let's prepare. As far as equipment and space here, you guys, all we're going to really need is some space to be on the ground. And don't forget your water. Really important to stay hydrated these days, especially as we get into these summer months. All right, so warm-up is going to start at the bottom of our space today. We want a little bit of room in front of us. We're going to be crawling ourselves out here in a moment. Let's start by pushing those hips back, letting the body hang. We're trying to touch the ground a little bit here. No worries if you can't do it. Just focus on pushing those hips back, trying to lengthen out those muscles along the back side of our body. All right, so now let's bend those knees to get the hands on the ground, and let's start to walk those hands out forward until we can find ourselves in a nice plank position with the hands under the shoulders. So kind of warming this up, letting the shoulders get some work here. Let's take that left foot, big lunge, place it outside of that left hand. From here, let's let that left hand leave the ground. We're going to twist, reach up towards the ceiling or sky. And as we reach, turn that head to look past that thumb. A lot going on here. Try to breathe. Try and keep that back leg straight. We're going to take one more breath and bring it down. Nicely done. Let's let that left hand meet the ground once again. We're going to bring that left foot back to meet the right and now do the same thing on the other side. So big lunge with that right. Going to bring it outside of that right hand. This time it's the right hand leaving the ground. Big time twist. Reaching up towards the ceiling or sky, and we're looking past that thumb as well. Good job, you guys. Keep that back leg straight. One more breath. And then we can start to bring that right hand back to the ground. So right hand's connected with the ground. Let's bring that right foot back to meet the left. From here, we can push ourselves up in a downward dog. Get a nice stretch through the calves and the hamstrings, as well as warming up those shoulders for the plank to pike we're going to be doing later on here. All right, after a breath, let's start to walk those hands back in towards the feet. Bend those knees as needed. We're going to hang out here in this position for a breath or two. Then we can slowly start to roll ourselves up one vertebra at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders, last thing to come up. We can also end with a nice little shoulder roll there at the top. Good job, you guys. Shake it out. All right. Second part of our warm-up, you guys, we're going to warm up that lower body with just some regular air squats. So let's get a stance going. Let's spread the ground apart with our feet a little bit here. Make sure those feet are nice and active. We're going to bring our hips down like we're going to sit down in a chair, and then use those quads and glutes. Power ourselves back up. Make sure to activate that core here, you guys. We want to support the spine as we go here, even though we're not loaded up with some weight or resistance right now. Still a good thing to practice. Let's do one more. Big squeeze at the top. There we go. Nicely done, nicely done. All right, big shout out to Jazzy for putting the workout in the chat. If you guys are curious about what's coming next or what we're doing, or you just want to replicate this next week, go ahead and check out the chat while we're on this call. All right, you guys, without further ado, let me go ahead and get the timer set up. We will jump right into this workout. Remember, guys, as we go, totally okay to take small breaks. We want to limit those breaks to about 3 breaths. Again, doing the best we can to rest and recover, but then jump right back into it. You can also grab water at any time. So starting off with 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Dead bugs, so we are on our backs to start. Let's get ready, guys. Let's get into position. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. All right, we are on the clock. So once again, we are on our backs, using that core to lock the rib cage down, slowly starting to move opposite arm and opposite leg away from each other, and then bringing them back in. Good job, guys. Good job. So we want to stay breathing here. And the main point is to use those core muscles to keep the rib cage locked down. If you're having a hard time on which arm and which leg to move, just take it nice and slow. By that third round, we'll get it. We're almost done here. And time. Good job, you guys. Let's rest. We got to pop up because our next move is the curtsy lunge with that knee drive. So we're going to do the right side. So everyone plant that right foot. That is going to be the hip we're going to primarily work. We're going to step back and then drive with that left knee. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Step behind and back. Load up that hip. And then we're ending nice and tall, core tight, knee driven up to about hip level. If this one is really bothering you guys balance-wise, feel free to put a hand on a chair for support or the wall. Anything that is solid, and make sure that we're not pushing down on it, taking the work away from the hip. We're just using it as a stable surface to increase our own stability. Good job, you guys. Good job. We're really stepping behind us here, squeezing that right glute really hard as we get towards the top. And time. Good job, you guys. Good job. Shake that right leg out. We got the left leg coming up next. Let's find a spot, plant that left leg, And make sure as you go, guys, that you guys have room behind you. We don't want to step on our water bottles or a dog toy or anything like that. I've done that before. It is not fun. All right, 3, 2, 1. Stepping back with that right. Good, and then we're driving that right knee. Good job, you guys, good job. Take it slow, but we want to end with a very solid squeeze in that left glute. Big exhales will help us keep that core tight. Good. Good job, you guys. Not only are we building up the strength around the hips, we're challenging that balance a little bit. We're challenging those feet as well. Getting towards the end of this interval. And time. Good job, you guys. Way to end with that knee nice and high. Okay, next up, we're coming back to the ground. It's push-ups, and after that, it's the plank to pike. Remember, nothing special about these. We just want the hands under the shoulders, squeeze in the chest, squeeze in the armpits, squeeze in the triceps. All right, here we go. Let us get into it. Good job, guys. Good job. Remember, we want those elbows in kind of near the sides, but we don't want them to be scraping up against our body here. Think about making a nice arrow. If someone were looking at you from a bird's eye view, elbows poke out kind of like an arrow. Good. There we go. Getting the squeeze through the chest. Don't get lazy with that core. Keep that core nice and tight. We're almost done, you guys. One more. And time. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. Way to push that. All right, so get off the shoulders for a minute, shake them out. Plank to pike is coming up next. Remember, we got to have that real tight core. It's got to be a nice flat line as we come out of that pike position back to the plank. All right, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're in that position. Push yourself up, lock out those shoulders. And then we're nice and meticulous with how we come back down into that plank position. Not letting those hips come below that line between the shoulders and the heels. Big exhales as we come down will help. We're getting those shoulders to burn here early. I'm sure Jazzy appreciates that. It is common knowledge that she loves to train shoulders. We're almost done here, guys. And time. All right. Take a little time to rest here, you guys. Up next is our eyes, Ys, and T's. So we got to stand it up. We want to be pinching through those shoulder blades with this next one. All right, guys, let's get into that bent over position. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, tension in the hamstrings and the glutes here, guys, not in the back. Thumbs are going up towards the ceiling. We're doing eyes, coming out in an angle with the Y, and then straight out to the side, T's. Good job. Now we just repeat. It's okay to take it slow. We still want to feel all those muscles around the shoulder blades work. Doesn't help if we're just flailing the arms around, not really feeling the squeeze. It's okay to take it slow as long as we're squeezing hard. Want to go as far as we comfortably can here with these shoulders. All right, and time. Almost took us a little overtime there. All right, you guys, so next round, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Let's find the ground because we are doing dead bugs up next. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Arms up, legs up. Here we are in the second round. Probably feeling a little more confident as we move those arms and the legs. But remember, the point is always to keep the rib cage locked down, keep the whole back glued to the ground. Whatever we're doing with the arms and legs, even if we're moving the same side, which is not the assignment, but even if we're moving the same side, still should be okay because we're keeping our back nice and flat to the ground using those core muscles. Almost done here, guys. Great work. And time. Nice job, everybody. Nice job. All right, we are up on our feet for the next one, slightly shorter rest. So let's be conscious of that as we move through this round. Let's plant that right foot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're stepping behind with the left, loading up that hip, ending with that glute nice and squeezed. Knee up at hip level. There we go. Good job, everybody. Good job. Working that hip. Let's use those feet as well. Using those toes to push down and create a nice tripod between the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. This is how we stay nice and balanced over time. Good. Connection with the ground is important. We're almost done here, guys. Good, and time. Good job, everybody, good job. All right, shake that leg out, shake that hip out a little bit. We got the left side coming up next. Left foot needs to be planted. 3, 2, 1. Let's step back and then drive with that right knee. Find that left glute as we get nice and tall. Good job, guys, good job. If you're unsure about how those hips are ending, sometimes putting the hands up on the hips will let us feel how even they are. And that's where we want to get to, a nice kind of even bowl feeling, squeezing that glute of that supporting leg, which right now is that left leg. Good job, guys, good job. We're about 10 seconds away. Let's continue to move, continually getting better at this movement. And time. Good job, guys. Shake those legs out. Halfway through the second round here. Push-ups and plank to pike up next. Push-ups are going to get harder as we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. So as they get harder, we can start to break up the volume a little bit. If that means doing 3 at a time, then resting, that's cool. We just want to keep them quality. For me, it's about 5 at a time, brief rest, and I'm right back into it. Remember, we're still pinching through those armpits, squeezing through the chest on the way down and the way up. Breathing, using that core to keep it nice and solid. Good job, you guys, good job, almost done. And time. Well done, everybody, well done. Way to pace yourself there, good job. Okay, we got 10 seconds until plank to pike. Remember, hands planted under the shoulders. We're finding that pike position, then back down to the plank. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're into it. Find your good plank position first. Push up, and then we're coming back down. Want to lock into that plank position the same every single time. And the whole time we move here, guys, the shoulders are pushing away from the ground. I know we're kind of pushing up and back for the pike. We still want to push away from the ground. We don't want to see any of those shoulder blades popping up through our shirts. Good work, you guys. Keep it going. Got about 5 seconds left. A couple more here. And time. Maybe we only had time for one more. Okay, you guys, eyes wide and T's. Let's stand it on up. We got 10 more seconds of rest. All right, everybody, let's get into that hinge position. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hamstrings and glutes have the tension here, guys. Nothing in the back. The thumbs are up. We're pinching through those shoulder blades. We're squeezing everything on that upper back. Core should be tight to support us here, guys. Don't forget about that. But we're driving those thumbs up. Hanging out with those hands nice and high for a sec, just to ensure that we got those muscles woken up and working for us in our shoulders. Almost done, guys. Stay with me here. Round 2 almost done. And time. Well done, you guys. Shake out those arms. All right, this is our last 15-second rest interval. Let's find the ground for those dead bugs. Round 3 coming up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, this is our final round. You guys, we're working for 50 seconds and resting for 10. By now we know what to do. It's just a matter of doing it. And not only that, doing it to the best of our ability. Good job, you guys. I got faith on everyone in this call. Let's keep working, keep killing it, keep that back glued. Well done, everybody, well done. Don't let that back go anywhere. Not for any reasons. Keep that rib cage locked down. Only got a few seconds left. And time. Well done, everybody. All right, gonna really test ourselves now. Let's stand up real quick. Let's plant that right foot. It's the curtsy lunge coming up here in 3, 2, 1. Let's step behind, drive that left knee. There we go, you guys. Don't forget that it's the glute working here, especially that right side. We're ending nice and tall. Big glute squeeze. We're using that foot to grip the ground. Come on, guys, stay with me here. Keep loading up those hips. We got about 20 seconds. Making this part of the workout look easy. Great job. 10 seconds, you guys. Stay with me. Don't leave anything out on the table here, guys. Last round. And time. Good. Shake those hips out. Foot is on fire from trying to grip the ground. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's that left foot planted. We're stepping behind. Ending nice and tall with that right knee driven forward. Good job, guys. Good job. It's okay if we pause and reset sometimes. Balance is tricky. It's not always going to be perfect. Good. Let's focus on that glute. Keep loading it up as we step back and sink down. And then a big time squeeze as we drive that right knee forward. That left glute is what's keeping us nice and tall, nice and stable. Well done, guys. Well done. Keep that breath going. And time. Great work, you guys. Great work. Shake it out. Let's find the ground. Push-ups are up next. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, hands planted. Just like our strategies from before, we're linking a few together. Quality reps. Taking little rests throughout this 50 seconds as needed. Really want to ensure these reps are quality. So let's do all that we can to make them that way. Keep that core tight. We're forcefully pushing away from that ground. Good job, guys. Good job. Way to work here. We got about 12 seconds left. Let's see how many more we can get in here. Final round. Let's go. Good. Almost done. And time. Well done, you guys. Well done. Give those arms a quick shake. Let them relax. All right, we got plank to pike here in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, it's crunch time. Time we're starting to get tired, sweaty, thirsty, all the above. Let's not let that affect our movement quality here. Still ending in that nice straight line. Good job, and we're still pushing away from that ground in whatever position we're in, pike or plank. And every spot in between. Great job, you guys, great job. Remember, grab water, take a little rest as needed. We got about 12 seconds left. Let's keep moving. Don't want to hang out the rest of the day thinking we could have done more or gone harder here. And time. Great job, you guys. All right, one more piece of the puzzle left, and that is our eyes, Ys, and T's. So let's stand on up, find that hinge position. We're going in 3, 2, 1. All right, hands out, thumbs up. We're going for the eyes first, Ys second, and the T's third here. Big shoulder blade pinches as we go. Hanging out with those hands up in the air for a sec. Want to feel the squeeze around the shoulder blades. Good job, you guys. Just as powerful as that first round, we're trying to crack an egg in between those shoulder blades every time. And not only are we trying to crack it, we're trying to crack it wide open. So keep those shoulders moving. We got 10 seconds left. Great job, guys. Great job. Final stretch here. And time. Well done, everybody. Well done. I'm going to shut the timer off so it doesn't go off. Good work, everybody. Good work. Man, I am sweating. All right, guys. So take a moment. Let's grab water, stand up, breathe, try and catch that breath. Few minutes left. Let's get into our cool down. So today we can do the cool down. You can be in kneeling or standing for this one, whatever you prefer. We're going to start off with some backwards shoulder rolls. So bringing those shoulders together in front, shrugging them up near the ears, letting them roll back over the top of the rib cage and slide down the back. As our breath is nice and heavy right now, we can try and link up our inhale with the shoulders rising. And a nice long exhale with those shoulders falling in the back. Good job, you guys. Good job. Trying to make the biggest possible circles we can with those shoulders. Trying to loosen up all those muscles after the eyes, Ys, and T's, after the push-ups, after that plank to pike. Shoulders were definitely involved here today. Good work, everybody. We're still trying to slowly lengthen that exhale. This is how we're going to take control of that heart rate. Slow ourselves down, calm down before we eat lunch here today. Let's do a couple more rolls here with these shoulders. Biggest possible circles here. All right, coming up on the last one. Big inhales. Nice long exhales. Well done, everybody. Okay, second part of our cool down, we're gonna lay down on the ground here, you guys. So let's find that space we were in earlier. Lie all the way down here. What we're gonna do is stretch out the back of those hips. We used them a lot during those curtsy lunges. So let's take that right ankle, rest it up on top of the left knee. Now from here, a little bit of a push or a pull might already get you a pretty significant stretch. So check in with yourself first. If this is giving you a lot or medium on your intensity scale, go ahead and stick with that. If not, we can elevate that opposite leg, reach through the gap between that right and left, and pull on that left leg in order to exaggerate our right rear hip stretch. And so once we find that medium tension, it's all about the breathing. Trying to let that stomach inflate with the inhales and deflate with the exhales. Good job, everybody. Good job. Good. One more breath. Well done, you guys. All right, let's slowly let that leg come down. Same deal, other side. We're going to bring that left ankle to the top of the right knee. Elevate that leg. Remember, check in if a push or a pull on the knee already gets you a solid stretch. Go ahead and stick with that. If not, we're pulling on that right leg, trying to exaggerate our left rear hip stretch. Remember, medium intensity here, guys. We don't want to feel like anything is going to tear or pop. Be nice to yourself and the tissues of your body. Good work here today, you guys. Great work. Let's do one more breath. Nice long exhale. We can let that leg come down and we can relax. Thank you guys all for joining me here today. As far as live offerings for the rest of the day goes, if you guys want to continue to cool down, we have Vinyasa Yoga with Janet. That's starting right now at 12:30 p.m. We have a stretch break with Brittany at 3 p.m. She's always really great with the regen and stuff. After this workout specifically, we have Zumba with Vardui at 4:30, and then mat Pilates with Beth at 5 p.m. And all those times are in Pacific. So if you guys want to find out more, go ahead to our SharePoint site. You can find that by going to Autodesk One and typing in Exos at Autodesk. What you're also going to find out, guys, is we have a blood drive going on. Super important to give blood, transform lives. Sign up, and you can also compete with the other offices. One Market, 111 McGinnis, and 300 Mission. We're all competing to see who can get the most blood donations. So a little fun going on there. Good for the community, good for everyone involved. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day and great week. Coach Luis signing off here. I will catch you guys next time. Great work, everybody.